What's going on, y'all? This is going to be a quick impromptu video about my first impressions of the Tekken 8 beta, the closed beta, which I didn't even know was a thing until my brother got in. So by association, I also got in and got a chance to try it. The VOD is still up on my Twitch page as of this recording, which is July 23rd, 2023. So I'll leave the link in the description below if you want to watch the whole VOD. But I got to play it for like a little over 2 hours and, you know, won some, lost some. But all in all, I had myself a good time, so let's talk about it. So the beta had 5 different stages to pick from, one of which I got put through a wall in. Didn't much appreciate that, but I enjoyed the stages. Nonetheless, definitely like the Yakushima stage where you're out there just throwing hands in Mother Nature, and the Sanctum, which I think the Sanctum was the stage that I got put through the wall in. So that was a dark time, but you know, I got through it. But in general, game looks gorgeous on the PS5, and I don't know if it was just me, I don't know if it was just my headphones, but I feel like the audio design in Tekken 8 has improved. The hits just sound a little more oomph, they sound a little more impactful, and the visuals with the like particle effects and everything looks great. And I like the soundtrack so far. The little taste that I got of the soundtrack, I'm enjoying so far. You got to choose between 16 different characters, and I didn't play with everybody, i.e. Jin and Paul, because I don't really rock with y'all, not like that. I don't rock with Jin and Paul. I'm sorry, I'm a hater. But I had fun with everybody that I did use. My mains personally are Brian, Fury, and Kazuya, who are both monsters in this game, and I also had fun with Lars, who I'm not really nice with like that, but Lars was out here, he was getting busy. Harang, of course, he's still dope. The Queen June is Bike. She is back as elegant as ever, throwing these hands, and it is great to play with her again. And I even got busy with Nina a little bit, who I've always enjoyed as a character, but I've never been good with her. But I don't know how I feel about her new design, though. Not gonna hold y'all. There's something about the hair I'm not really rocking with. The fit overall is kind of, I don't know, Nina. We might have to go back to the dressing board and figure this. I might have to go back and figure this out. But you can fight, so I'm gonna leave you alone. You'll beat me up, so I ain't gonna talk about it. But all the characters that I played with were dope, and I think that's a good sign that even people that I don't really play with like that were fun to use. So I feel like you'll be able to pick up and play and then have fun with everybody. So even if you don't know what you're doing, you'll button mash and kind of figure it out. But most importantly, gameplay. Gameplay was hitting, man. Movements felt fluid, controls felt responsive. As I mentioned earlier, like the hits to me look and feel impactful. And I can tell that they changed up some of the character moves. I was doing some familiar inputs, but the animations were different than what they were in the past. So I think that's a good thing, because we've been playing with kind of these same characters for years now, but they're still kind of keeping them fresh, keeping them new. So it's cool to just kind of experiment, find new combos, try some new inputs, and just get creative with throwing these hands out here. And speaking of new moves and new mechanics, I'll touch on real quick just a few new things that they added to Tekken 8. Now, I don't have footage of it, but the beta has a tutorial that you can go through that kind of explains some of the new mechanics. So you might notice underneath your health bar, there's like this secondary gauge, and that is called the heat timer. And you can activate that if you press R1, but keep in mind you can only use it one time per round. And when you're in this heat mode, I guess you would call it, your attacks are stronger. You can also deal chip damage to the opponents if they're blocking. And you also have what's called a heat smash, which is basically kind of like this flashy, you know, kind of really powerful combo that you can land. And you just kind of land that by repeatedly pressing R1. But keep in mind, if you do the heat smash, that will deplete the heat bar like instantly. So you got to make sure you time it right. As the tutorial will show you, and how I kind of found out just being in the field, you know, throwing these hands, experimenting, the best time to pretty much do the heat smash is tying it into an air combo. So if you can launch somebody into the air and then do the heat smash, it's pretty much a guaranteed hit. And it's just a nice, you know, creative way to kind of further deepen the combat. And also, outside of pressing R1 to activate the heat, I thought it was dope that you can activate the heat mode. Every character has their own like unique input or move that'll kind of transition you into the heat mode. And it's cool when you do it that way, because it recovers health and it kind of stuns them for a second. So you can kind of rush down and get in a free extra hits, as long as they don't block it. But I thought that was actually a dope addition to make the heat mode a little bit more creative. So overall, man, I'm rocking with this heat system. It just it makes things more creative. It makes things more interesting. And I'm all about variety when it comes to throwing these hands. And I feel like the Heat mode provides that. So I'm definitely all for it. Of course, the rage arts are back. Stylish, powerful. The animations are fire. I tried to make it a point to do the rage art of every single character I pick because they're so satisfying when you get to land one. And it's nothing like landing it like right at the end of a fight. Just put that extra stamp on the person that you put hands on. Let them know you're not playing out here. But nah, man, I like the rage arts that I've seen so far. Even when I got hit with them, they're still fun to watch. And the last thing I'll mention from the beta is just my overall online experience. The matches for the most part were stable. When I was in matches, I didn't really experience any lag or anything like that. Everything seemed to be running just fine. But there were moments where it did take me time to just connect to fight somebody. You know, sometimes it just took a while to match up with somebody else, or I would try to match and it would disconnect in the beginning before we could even get started. But I'm gonna keep in mind this is still a beta, so, and I know so they're doing maintenance also during this beta testing, so I'm sure those issues will probably hopefully be fixed by the time the game actually comes out. But I just wanted to mention that because that was part of the experience. But while I was fighting, everything ran fine. So those are just kind of my early impressions of this Tekken 8 beta. Overall, had a blast. Joint was fun. Fighting games are having a... Man, it's a good time to be a fighting game fan. I don't know when Tekken 8 is going to come out. I don't think it still has an official release date, but I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to playing it. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to hand over my money ASAP. So if you got a chance to play the Tekken 8 beta, please let me know your thoughts. And even if you didn't get to play it, let me know if you're still looking forward to Tekken 8 and if you liked what you saw from the footage in this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will catch y'all next time. Alright, Lars, turn up. Turn up. Stop playing with him, Lars. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him, Lars. They think it's a game. Leroy think it's a game. Lars not playing. Lars not playing no game. Lars not playing no games out here. Give me my office suite. Lars not playing with y'all.